Kia ora, bros and girls, welcome back to the channel. Today we take a deep dive into Diablo Uncollected. If you're like me, he's probably kicked your ass several times, gone unstoppable on you, and you've had no idea why. I'm here to explain to you why that happens. I have a case as well where I've been able to not one-shot him, but beat him with my team without using any pots or revives. Okay, that's going to be later on in the video, but the first one, this was kind of a tape, this is like a tape breakdown, right? So I was actually trying a different strategy here, but there's two things that you need to pay attention to. Kinetic brewing means that 1 in 4 hits, 25% chance, when you hit him, he's either going to brew or drink a concoction. If he brews, that's not a problem. If he drinks a concoction, that's a problem, because the next one, Toxic Rage, says that if he drinks a concoction, he will go unstoppable for 5 seconds. Right, he poisons himself, he goes unstoppable for 5 seconds. Now his skill set doesn't really matter too much. He's got some stuff, he's got other ways to drink a concoction as well. If it's brewed and he goes back and holds the block for 1.2 seconds, he will drink it. Also, if he casts his SP1, at the end of it, he will drink the concoction, and if you hit him then, he'll be unstoppable. Now the concoctions themselves are really neither here nor there. You got 4 of them. 1 of them increases his regen. 1 of them gives him like a burst of power gain. 1 of them he goes stun immune, and the other one he does some damage, some like energy damage over a certain amount of time. He can also heavy and destroy his concoction to do a fair bit of damage to you, right? But those two things are the real important bit, the kinetic brewing and the toxic rage. And if you understand that, you will begin to understand how Diablo is. Now, I start here with Void, and this was probably my second run at Diablo. My first run, I had to use a fair bit of potions and kind of just out DPS him, and I got through him probably more by fluke than anything, to be honest. But in this, or it might even be this run, I can't quite remember. But in this run, I actually am trying to use a different strategy with Domino that didn't really work because my Domino is only rank 4 4-star. But if you have a high level Domino and you have the synergy, the Red Hulk synergy and Massacre, then you can absolutely destroy this guy. I mean, you can destroy him by out DPSing him. You don't even have to worry about reversing the heal, right? So that's one strategy of doing it. And if you just look up Domino versus Diablo Uncollected, you will see some really good videos of high-level Dominos just absolutely thrashing Diablo with this strategy. So I thought, wow, okay, they can do it like very easily. Maybe I can do it with my 4-star. But that is not the point of this video, right? So if you watch the tape here, I want you to notice a couple of things. I want you to notice when I hit him and he starts brewing, and I want you to notice when he drinks the concoction at the end of the SP1. So he's brewed there, so he's got a concoction ready. So either a hit from me is going to trigger that, or when he casts his SP1, it's going to trigger that. So let's have a look here. So he drinks the concoction, then I cast my SP3, and that first hit is going to make him go unstoppable. So as we come out of this animation, he should, in theory, go unstoppable. Yep, so he does there. Now he drinks it. I could have actually gone in there and attacked because he's not brewing anything. He's already had the concoction. He's not going to go unstoppable again. Now he's brewing again, right? So now that he's got a concoction ready, 1 hit of mine, or if he drinks it and I hit him, he's going to go unstoppable. There he is again, right? So I didn't understand this at the time, right? This is like retrospectively watching the tape and figuring out why I got my ass handed to me. So then I revived, I used Starlord. Later on in the piece, I actually figured this out, and I'll show you how I worked through that, right? But for now, let's just understand this mechanic, try to get this through, right? So we're carrying on our merry way, we're comboing him. Now he's down to 10 concoctions, by the way. He started off with 16, right? And at this point, it's not a problem. Nothing is really happening. The other thing that you want to understand or know is that if you push him to his SP2, then he won't go unstoppable on the SP. He'll go unstoppable if he's brewing and he has a concoction available, and you hit him. And also, his SP2 is actually a lot easier to evade. So don't be afraid to push him off his SP2. The only danger you run in that is if he drinks one of the concoctions that gives him a burst of power, he can quickly go to SP3, and that could wreck you, right? But let's watch the tape a little bit here. Again, he concoction ready, he goes unstoppable. He's now brewing, he's now got another concoction ready, and I'm at risk now of him going unstoppable. So I got to play a little bit defensive. The other thing is he's got limber, so you, at a certain point in time, you're going to run out of parry, okay? Unless you have Domino and Massacre with synergy, or if you have Void, then it doesn't matter because you don't really need to parry him and hit him. You can just get the debuffs going in the background there, right? And just kind of evade him. But the reason I'm able to get him down, apart from the fact that SL does a lot of damage, and I have a good run here of evading him when he goes unstoppable, and at this point I'm like, I've kind of figured it out, but it's all theory in my head, right? And it even when you know what's happening, it is easy to get caught out, okay? A lapse of concentration, or you don't notice when the brewing, or you don't notice when it's ready, and you're gone. So he's brewed there, first hit, he goes unstoppable. You see that? And notice how the blue persistent charges are dropping, right? So now he's gotten down to 5. Now he's going to be a little bit more manageable, okay? So I'm going to go ahead, I think in this bit, and I think I end up reviving Void, or maybe I revive Starlord. I'm not sure if I end up finishing him with Starlord or Void. I think eventually Void. I think I get my ass handed to me here. But the main thing is knowing when that unstoppable is going to trigger, and realizing that when he starts off the fight, he's very aggressive. He's got a lot of concoctions. He's going to go unstoppable lots. There's a high chance of it as well. I feel like the more concoctions he has, the higher chance he does have of becoming unstoppable and brewing on hit. I don't know if that's statistically correct, but that's the impression I get from fighting him, from having fought him a few times. And I've finished him off on 4 of the 7 lanes at the moment, so I kind of have a good feel for him. So yeah, so this is the bit where I end up reviving Void and I finish him. And and the thing is here, Void is probably your best bet if you don't have the Domino, Red Hulk, Massacre synergy, because you really need to reverse his heal, and also because he's got that Buffett node where he will regen 15%. If you can reverse that, you can deal some serious damage to him. And also he's got limber, so with Void you don't have to parry. You can only use parry to get you out of trouble. As I'm doing here, I'm evading, right? And I know that the debuffs are going to go on him automatically, so I'm just biding my time. As you can see, the SP2 is quite easy to evade. So I managed to do well with Void here, but not because Void has reversed his heal and is magical, or because I'm a fantastic player or anything. It's because he doesn't have that many concoctions left. He doesn't go unstoppable as much, and I can start getting into a little bit of a rhythm. And so long as you're patient, as you don't die, and as you build up those charges, eventually he's going to degenerate enough to kill himself, right? I really like the strategy of when he blocks, I go into him and attack him, because that buys me time and degens him for that 4 hits that I'm doing, even if he's not taking that damage. So as you can see, I'm playing very passively here. No brews are happening, and I'm just kind of biding my time, letting him degenerate himself, right? I've been very lucky here because he still does have 4 concoctions left. So in theory, he could have been brewing at any time, and he could have gone unstoppable at any time. but I get quite lucky here. Okay, so the next part of the video, I'm going to show you a run where I bring the whole team. So I arrive at Diablo Uncollected with all 5 of my champs with still some decent life. And I'm not going to go in for the big kill. What I'm going to do, sorry, this part of the video lags a bit, but I'm not going to go in for the big kill. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of my lesser utility champs. So anyone that's not Void and SL for me. I'm going to use them to draw out his concoctions, right? To draw out those unstoppables. Because the less I have to deal with, the easier he's going to be in the end. And I know that realistically, the only 2 people on my team that can actually take him down in one is Star-Lord and Void. Those are the only 2 that Star-Lord can out DPS him, given the right... Yes, this was my first run through. Star-Lord can out DPS him, given a long enough runway, and Void can reverse him, can reverse the heal, and take him out. Okay, so I arrive here, and you know I was recording obviously, so I'm doing the whole like, okay, this is the kinetic brewing and this is the toxic rage. So once again, if you haven't watched it, if you haven't watched the earlier part of the video, kinetic brewing means that 1 in 4 hits he will either brew a concoction, or if he's already brewing one, he will drink it. And toxic rage means that if he's got a concoction ready and he drinks it, he's gonna go unstoppable. Okay, and we've gone through the abilities. They don't really matter. So I arrive here with a fully charged up Corvus and some others. I brought Scarlet Witch kind of to experiment with her a little bit, because I thought like, okay, she can nullify some stuff, so maybe she can nullify the unstoppable. So I start off with Corvus. Now, watch that he's got. Watch the fact that he's got 16 concoctions ready. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my eye on the bottom right there for the gray brewing text. Right, at the moment, so far so good. He hasn't gone unstoppable. He's not brewing. So at the moment, he's just normal. Even if he drinks it, he's not going to go unstoppable because he's got nothing brewed. Now he's brewing, and now he's got a concoction ready. The next SP1 or one of my hits will trigger his unstoppable. Okay. So I'm just evading away. He's drinking. I'll hit him. He'll go unstoppable. I'll go back. Probably like a medium light, maybe just a medium. All I really want to do is, I get lucky there because he brews and he drinks it straight away. Well, he brews and I hit him and that sets it off straight away. But I was in the middle of a combo. So now he's down 2 concoctions. Now he's down to 14. Okay, so I'm going to bring Proxima, who has absolutely no chance of beating him. But I have a good chance of taking away some of his potions, some of his concoctions, right? So I'm just gonna hit him until he brews. I'm gonna back off. I'm gonna let him get the concoction ready. He's gonna cast SP1. I'm gonna hit him and back off, right? Like, okay, you go unstoppable. That's fine. He'll drink. Now he's open again. I hit him. He's brewing. Now the brew is finished. Now I need to be a bit more careful. I'm gonna go back. He's got the SP2, so it's gonna. So he's not gonna. It's not gonna be that predictable, because if he drinks the SP1, I can hit him. He can go unstoppable. Now he can go unstoppable in any of my hits. So I'm not gonna go in with a combo here. I'm just gonna go in with 1 hit, 2 hit, just to trigger it, and let it go. So he's down to 11 now. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna draw the SP2. I'm gonna just back off, get away from that one. And then I'm gonna go in again. Now he's brewing. Now I need to be careful. I'm gonna back off. And hopefully he's gonna cast his SP1, right? So now he's casting his SP1. I'm gonna go in with 1 hit. He's unstoppable. I'm backing off. But I've also hit him actually again to brew accidentally. So once again, I need to be careful. I'll back off. I'll draw the SP1 out. He's brewing again. So we're using concoctions here, right? That's all we're doing. He drinks it. Boom. He's unstoppable. Unfortunately, I got my ass handed to me, but I got a fair amount of the way. So think of it as you're sacrificing probably your first 2 or 3 heroes so that your last 2 champs can really do the damage. Okay? So now I'm going to come in with Scarlet Witch. He's power locked. He's brewing. Okay. Now, the problem here is he's not going to cost SP1. So he's going to go unstoppable on one of my hits. So I'm just one hit, two hit. There we go. He's unstoppable. I'm backing off. He's used one. Now he's down to 7. All right. And now I'm going to go in. I'm looking for that brewing. I'm looking for that brewing. If that brewing is not there, I can just fight him normally. Once that brewing is there, okay, now I got to be a little bit more passive. I got to be a little bit more careful. I'll back off. I'll let him cast the SP1. In this case, I push him to his SP2. I evade it. And there we go. He goes unstoppable there. Unlucky that it happened in the middle of a combo. But, you know, you take your chances. It's a bit of a gamble with this guy. So I decided I'm going to save my Void till the end because Void has been the most productive champ by far for me against Diablo. So going with Star-Lord. Now he's brewing. Now I need to back off. Now I need to be careful. Right? And I'm going to go 1, 2 hit. Okay, he's going unstoppable there. That's fine. And now we're down to 5 brews, okay? So now it's going to be very manageable for Void. He's brewing again. He's going to go unstoppable again if he casts his SP1. But now you can see, it seems so unpredictable, but it's not. You can kind of predict what he's going to do and when he's going to do it if you pay enough attention. He's now brewing. And on the next SP1, my next hit will make him unstoppable. There you go. He drinks the potion, boom, unstoppable, right? So now we know when it's gonna happen. We know when he's gonna do that, right? And he's only down to 3. I've got Void. Now I've got very few unstoppables to evade. So hopefully I can get into a deep run with Void and take him. He's now brewing. I just push him to his SP1, back off. Luckily it triggers already. So now he's down to 2. And now I'm just gonna play keep, push him to that SP1. And, you know, I don't mind if he throws his SP1 when he hasn't brewed, because that doesn't do anything. I can just go and hit him. It doesn't really matter, right? Even after he drinks the potion, I can go in and 5-hit combo, and he's not going to go unstoppable unless something is already brewed. So there we go. He's open. I'm fighting normally. I'm aggressive, right? He drinks. I'm going to go back and be aggressive because he's not brewing anything. He's not going to go unstoppable on me, right? That's fine. It's really when he finishes the brewing that I need to be really, really careful. And now he's regenerating, he's reversing the heal. I've got the reverse on him. And I'm just biding my time. The whole time he doesn't throw his SP1 or he throws SP2 or he doesn't go unstoppable. He's degenerating. This whole time he's degenerating. I'm just sitting there in the back watching him bleed out. All right? Now notice how he's down to 2. And for most of this fight, he's gone unstoppable once. Now he's going to brew, and I know he's coming unstoppable very shortly here. So he's going to cast SP2. That's okay. I'm just going to do a couple of hits each time just to see if I can trigger that unstoppable. 1, 2. I'm going to back off. I don't mind hitting into the block because that doesn't trigger it. Now he's going to drink. I'm going to hit him. Boom, he's unstoppable. I'm backing off. So now he's down to 1. One more unstoppable. And I've got him, right? I mean, even if he doesn't cast unstoppable, I can bleed him out. But the point is, I gotta be careful in my mind that there's gonna be one more brew, and if it does happen, that I need to be careful. So, at this point, no, he's not brewing. He's open, and I'm getting in there. I'm aggressive, and I'm able to finish him. 5 champs. I haven't used the revive. I haven't used pots. I've just used a little bit of strategy to draw out all his unstoppables, and then go in with a deep, go in for a deep run with Star-Lord and Void. Okay, this next fight, I've used the same strategy to take him down to 6 concoctions, right? And I come in with Void. You can see Void doesn't have a heck of a lot of life here. I've probably used a revive at this point. But now we know the methodology. Now we know and we can predict with relative accuracy when he's going to go unstoppable, right? Now I'm backing off. I'm going to let him drink. I'm going to go in, hit. He's brewing. Okay, let's be careful. Let's just relax here at the back. SP2 doesn't matter to me. 1 hit, 2 hit, back off. Oh, I don't back off there, I'm quite aggressive. Maybe he's already drank the concoction. Right, now he's down to 4. Like I say, the SP2 is pretty easy to evade. You just got to be on the very left of the screen and you're going to miss it. He's gone unstoppable here again. 3 left. He throws it down, he drinks the potion, but nothing is brewing, so I can go in, I can be aggressive. I can cast my SP, it doesn't really matter to me, right? I only have to be afraid when he's brewing and then he finishes the brewing. I'm going to go in again. Again, he drinks here, but nothing is happening because he was not brewing, so he's not going to go unstoppable. If he does not drink the concoction itself, he's never going to go unstoppable. So I can play aggressively when he doesn't do that. I just got to watch for that gray brewing at the end. And so there you have it, 3 shots of him, 3 deep runs with Void. But it's just a matter of either playing really well around the unstoppable by predicting it, or drawing those unstoppables out with your earlier champs so that you can go in with your Void or your Star-Lord and have a deep run. Star-Lord could do it too, you know, if I don't have that many unstoppables remaining, I can go in for a deep run with Star-Lord, get a 40-50 hit combo and out DPS him with, you know, 25 50k SP1 or SP2. So hopefully this unveils the mechanics behind Diablo Uncollected, and hopefully with this understanding of why he's going unstoppable, when he's going unstoppable, what to watch out for, and how to get away from that. Hopefully you find Diablo is a lot easier after watching this vid. If this did help you, please give us a thumbs up, a like or subscribe, or leave a comment and let us know how you go. Help and support the channel helps us bring more videos like this for you guys. So yeah, hopefully this helped you out. Ka kite ano, boys and girls.